Good day. We'll discuss how to solve rational equations. So example number 1. 3 over x plus 2 is equal to 5 over x plus 4. Now if we have an expression, a rational expression, a single rational expression on one side and a single rational expression on the other side, then we can do cross multiplication. Okay, so we can do cross multiplication. We have 3 times x plus 4 is equal to 5 times x plus 2. So we have this cross multiply. Again, we can do this if there is only one expression here and another rational expression on the other side. So after this, we can distribute 3. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. On the other side, we have 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 2 is 10. And then we'll regroup. I will put all the 5x on the right side and all the terms without variable x on the other side. So 5x, so this 3x will become minus 3x, and then this 10 will become negative 10 by transposition. So next is operate. 12 minus 10 is 2. And on the other side, we have 5x minus 3x is 2x. And then we'll divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 1. The next step is to check your answer. So in checking, you just substitute the value of x. So from the given, so x is equal to 1. So we have this. All of the x's here will become 1. And then operate. So 3, 3, and 5, 5, that is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, the solution set for the given rational equation is the set containing 1. Next example, if we have these rational expressions and a whole number, or a term which is not in fraction form. So we cannot do cross multiplication here. So first is we need to find the LCD. So to find the LCD, let's list down all the factors. First the denominator. So we have x plus 1 and x times x squared plus x. So x plus 1 is non-factorable, and x squared plus x can be factored. You can factor it by x plus 1 and x. Okay, because x is common. Okay, we can factor out x, and then what remains inside the parentheses is x and 1. So if you distribute this, x times x, we have x squared. X times 1 is x. So therefore, our LCD now is x plus 1 times x. After this, we need to distribute our LCD. So our LCD is x plus 1 times x. So we have this x times x plus 1. So distribute to each of the terms. So this is our LCD, this is our LCD, and this is our LCD, which is distributed to each term of the given rational equations, or each rational expressions. So on the first part, we can cancel x plus 1. On the next part, we cannot cancel anything. And on the right hand side, take note that x times x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus x. So we can cancel this. So what remains now is x times x. And on this side, we have 5x times the quantity x plus 1. And on the other side is only 1. Because again, these are cancelled. Okay. So next, let's operate. X times x is x squared. Then we can distribute 5x. So we have 5x squared minus 5x, because negative times positive is negative. And then again, copy 1. And then x squared minus 5x squared, we can combine them. This is negative 4x squared. Then copy negative 5x. And then I will transpose 1 on the other side. So it will become negative 1. Then I can multiply this with negative 1 on both sides, so that it is easier for me to factor. So the factors for 4x squared plus 5x plus 1 are 4x plus 1 and x plus 1. Okay, you can review your factoring a trinomial. Of course, you can check by FOIL method. You can check backward using FOIL method. Okay, this implies that 4x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then solve for x. So we have this. So x is equal to negative 1/4, and on the other hand, x is also negative 1. Again, we need to check both of these answers or values, whether they are really a solution or not. So if x is equal to negative 1, take note that one of the rational expression looks like this. But if we substitute negative 1, we'll have negative 1 over 0, which is undefined. So this can't be a solution. We will not accept this as a solution because one of the rational expression becomes undefined. So we cannot compute something. Now what if x is equal to negative 1/4? So we have this substitution part. And then take note that 1 can be written as 4 over 4. And of course, this one, this is a square of negative 1/4. This is 1 over 16. Now on the next part, since we can, these two fractions here are similar, so we can do simple math. So copy the common denominator 4, and then negative 1 plus 4 is 3. And then just copy the numerator negative 1/4. And then again, copy negative 5. And on the other hand, here, 1/4 can become 4 over 16. Okay, so that these two will be similar fractions and we can operate them easily. So on this side, since this is fraction over fraction, we can apply the reciprocation, but of course, the operation will change to multiplication. So 3/4 will become 4/3 and division will become multiplication. Then copy negative 5. And on this part, since they are similar now, so 1 minus 4 is negative 3 over 16. Okay, so continuation. Take note that we can cancel 4. Okay, so we have, since these are cancelled, so negative 1 over 3 minus 5. And of course, we'll apply the reciprocation here. 1 is just 1 over 1. From division, it becomes multiplication, and reciprocal of negative 3 over 16 is 16 over negative 3. Now take note, on this side, we can rewrite 5 as 15 over 3. Okay, and on the right side, so by applying multiplication, we have 16 over 3, so negative 16 over 3. So they are similar fractions, so we can have this. Negative 1 minus 15 is negative 16. So take note that both of them are equal. So therefore, the solution set contains the set containing negative 1 over 4. So the solution set contains negative 1 over 4. Example 3. So we have this. So again, LCD, let's write all the denominators, x plus 2 and x squared plus 2x. Okay, x is non-factorable. X plus 2 is also non-factorable, so I will write it on another column. And the factors of x squared plus 2x, we can do factoring out the common, just like the previous example. X is common, so I will factor out x. So if I will factor out x, what remains is isang x na lang. So x squared will become x because I already factor out 1x. And on this side, plus 2x, I already factor out x, so what remains is positive 2, so plus 2. So therefore, our LCD is x times x plus 2. So x times x plus 2. So that's our LCD. So therefore, we will multiply again all of these LCD to each rational expressions. Then take note that we can cancel x. So we have x plus 2 times 3. And on the next term, we have, we can cancel x plus 2. So x times x, we have x times x. And on the right hand side, we can cancel everything. So what remains is 4. Next is we can distribute 3. So x times 3 is 3x. 2 times 3 is 6. Then x times x is x squared. Then just copy 4. Then since this is a quadratic equation, because the highest degree is 2, I will put everything on the left hand side of the equation since x squared is positive on the left hand side. So it is easier to factor if x squared is positive. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 6, and then this 4 will become negative 4. And then operate, so we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. We can factor this. We have x plus 2 times x plus 1 equals 0. So this implies that x plus 2 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. So we have two values, x equals negative 2 or x equals negative 1. So again, we'll check both of these values. Now take note that if x is equal to negative 2, then the second rational fraction or fraction will become undefined. Okay, so this can't be a solution. Now if x is equal to negative 1, we'll have this substitution. So 3 over negative 1 is negative 3. At the denominator, negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Here, negative 1 squared is 1. Then plus 2 minus 1 is negative 2. Then again on the next slide, negative 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So negative 3 minus negative 1 is negative 4. 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. So negative 1 satisfies the equation. So therefore the solution set contains only negative 1. Example 4. So we have this. Again, we'll write all the denominator, a plus 4. I will write first a minus 2. And then a squared plus 2a minus 8. So this linear expression here are non-factorable, 8 plus 4 and a minus 2. And take note, the factors of a squared plus 2a minus 8 are a plus 4. So I will write it here on this column. And a minus 2 is on this column. So therefore we have a plus 4 times a minus 2. Okay, so the LCD is a plus 4 times a minus 2. So if this, so I will multiply everything by the LCD. So on the next line, so a plus 4 will be cancelled. So that's why we are left with a minus 2 times 2. Next, since the denominator is equal to this 2, so we're left with 2a minus 1. And then on the right hand side, we can cancel a minus 2. So we're left with 1 times a plus 4. Next is we can distribute 2. So we have 2a minus 4 plus, again, so this is positive, so we can distribute the sign. So 2a minus 1 equals, we can distribute 1, so this is just equal to a plus 4. And then we will separate those with variable a and those without variable. So 2a plus 2a is 4a, negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5, a plus 4, just copy, and then we'll separate. So 4a, this positive a will become negative a, this negative 5 will become positive 5 by transposition. So we have 3a is equal to 9, and then divide both sides by 3, so a is equal to 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So again, we need to check. So by substitution, we have this. So we have 2 over 7 plus 5, because 2 times 3 is 6 minus 1, 5. Then divided by, we have 9 plus 6 minus 8. And on the right hand side, we have 1 over 3 minus 2, so we have 1 over 1. Then just operate. So 9 plus 6 minus 8 is just 7. So similar fraction, 2 plus 5 is 7, so 7 over 7 is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, the solution set contains 3. Okay, example 5. So again, we'll write all the LCD, at the denominator to find the LCD. And y squared minus 4. So these two are non-factorable, so y plus 2, y minus 2. And by the difference of two squares, so this will become y plus 2 times y minus 2. So therefore our LCD is y plus 2 times y minus 2. Okay, so I hope you will review your factoring method. So let's distribute this to each term. So after distributing, we can cancel y and y plus 2. Y plus 2, so we are left with y minus 2 times y plus 3. Next, okay, we can cancel everything. They are equal, so minus y. And on the right hand side, we can cancel y minus 2, so we're left with y times y plus 2. Now you can use FOIL method here. So we have y times y squared, y times positive 3y, negative 2 times y, negative 2y, negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. And then copy negative y. Then on the right hand side, you can distribute y, so y times y squared, y times 2, 2y. So I will put everything on the left, lahat ng may y, all of those variables with terms with y. So this y square will become negative y. And then this positive 2y will become negative 2y. So this 3y is copied, negative 2y is copied, and negative y is just copied. Then I will transpose negative 6 on the other side, so it will become positive 6. So y squared minus y squared is 0. So 3y minus 2y is y. Minus y atong sa last. So this last term is 0. So we're left with negative 2y. This negative 2y. So we divide both sides by negative 2. So the answer is negative 3. So again, we'll check. So substitute. So take note on this part, this is 0. So 0 over negative 1 on this part, this will become 9 minus 4. So the first fraction will become 0. So 9 minus 4 is 5. This one, negative divided by negative, is positive. Take note, this is minus and this is negative, so this will become positive. So again, it satisfies the rational equation, so therefore the solution set contains negative 3. Okay, next we have this. So we'll factor everything. So first we have x squared minus x minus 12. This is factorable. We can factor this as x minus 4 times x plus 3. Next is x squared plus x minus 6. We can factor this. So we have x plus 3, so I will write it here, the x plus 3 column, and x minus 2. So I will write it on another column. And last, the x squared minus 6x plus 8. So the factors for this are x minus 4, so I will write it here on the x minus 4, and x minus 2. So I will write it here. So therefore, the LCD, we have three factors, x minus 4 times x plus 3 times x minus 2. So remember, x minus 4, x plus 3, and x minus 2. So we'll distribute this to every term. So these are the factors. So we'll distribute. Okay, so let's look at this first. If we distribute x minus 4, this LCD to this first term, we can cancel x minus 4, x plus 3, right? So we're left with x minus 2 times 3. Okay, so next, let's look at this part. So minus, so actually this is plus, this is not minus. The given is plus. Okay, so this is plus. So plus, so we can cancel x plus 3 and x minus 2. So we're left with x minus 4 times 2. Okay, x minus 4 times 2. Okay, next is on this side, we can cancel x minus 4, x minus 2, x minus 4, x minus 2. So we're left with x plus 3 times 4, or 4 times x plus 3. Okay, so this is correct. So take note how this is plus, this is not minus. Okay, next. So distribute 3 times x, 3x, 3 minus 2, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And this part times, distribute 2, we have 2x minus 8. And on the last part, we have 4 times x, 4x, 4 times 3 is 12. So we can separate all those with x and those all without x. So 4x will become negative 4x, negative 6 will become positive 6, negative 8 will become positive 8. So operate, so we have x equals 26, because 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 4 is 1, so 1x. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 26, plus 12, that is 26. So again, you check, you substitute x with 26, then you can use your calculator with it, because this is a large number, so you will arrive with 1 over 32 equals 1 over 32. So the solution set therefore contains 26. So last example, so we have this. So LCD x squared minus 6x plus 9. So actually the factors for this are x minus 3 and x minus 3. So we have 2x minus 3. Then 3x minus 9. The common here is 3. Now because we can have 9 as 3 times 3. So I can factor out 3. So I will make another column for 3. And then if we factor out 3, what remains here is just x. And on 9, 9 divided by 3. So we're left with negative 3. So the factors for 3x minus 9 is 3 times x minus 3. And last, we have 2x minus 6. So we can factor out 2. So I will put it in another column. If we factor out 2, we're left with x. And then we factor out 2 from 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have negative 3. So our LCD therefore is x minus 3. And we'll have another x minus 3. And we have 3. And we have 2. So this is equal to 3 times 2 is 6. So we'll write first the coefficient. And then x minus 3 times x minus 3, we can have this as the square of x minus 3 because they are the same. Dalawang copies. 2 copies of x minus 3. So our LCD therefore is 6 times the square of x minus 3. Okay, so these are the factors. So we have this. On the next line. So take note, we can cancel this. 2 copies of x squared minus 3. So we're left with 6 times 3. Next, on this part, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then, sa x minus 3, we have only one copy of x minus 3. But there are 2 copies, so we can cancel 1. So minus 1. So we're left with 1 x minus 3. Okay? So x minus 3 times x minus 2. Okay? And on the last part, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then the same thing with the previous one here. So I can only cancel 1 x minus 3. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have only one copy of x minus 3 left. Okay, and multiply it with x. So because we still have x here. So we have here 6 times 3 is 18. Then you can use FOIL method here. So just copy 2. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 times x is negative 3 2x. Or you can have x times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. So this one, 3 times x is 3x. Then just copy x minus 3. And then distribute 2. So we have 2x squared minus 6x minus 4x plus 12. And on the right hand side, you distribute 3x. So we have 3x squared minus 9x. And then combined like terms, we have 2x squared. Our 6x is negative 6x minus 4x is negative 10x. Then 18 plus 12 is 13. And then just copy the right hand side. Since this is a quadratic equation, so and the bigger number is 3, so I will put everything on the right hand side. So 3 is bigger than 2, so that my x squared is or will be positive. So I will put everything on the right hand side. So 2x squared will become negative 2x squared. Negative 10x will become positive 10x. And 30 will become negative 30. Okay, and then just copy negative 3x squared and negative 9x. You'll just copy them. Next, 3x squared minus 2x squared is 1x squared. Okay. Negative 9x plus 10x is positive 1x or positive x. And then just copy minus 30. And we can factor this. The factors are x plus 6 and x minus 5. So implying that x is equal to negative 6 and x is equal to 5. But again, we need to check. So if x is equal to 5, so you substitute. Okay, 5 squared is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. So negative because this is minus. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 5 is 10. So you operate. 25 minus 30 is negative 5 plus 9, so 4. 15 minus 9 is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay, so take note that 3 over 6 is 1/2. Okay, and with regards to 4, what is 1/2 of 4? 2. So 1/2 is equivalent to 2 over 4. So these are similar na. So we have 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 over 4 equals 5 over 4. So we have x equals negative 6. So you substitute. So there's an extra here. So delete this, erase. So substitute. And then, so the square of negative 6 is positive 36. Negative 6 times negative 6, that is positive 36. Negative 6 times 3, negative 18. Okay. Negative 6 minus 2. is negative 8. And then on the right hand side, 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. So you operate, so we have 3 over 81, then negative 8 over negative 27, and then negative 12 minus 6 is negative 18. Okay, so lowest term of 3 over 81 is 1 over 27. Negative divided by negative is positive, so positive 8 over 27. Negative divided by negative is positive, so 6 over 18. So this will become 9 over 27 because they are similar. 1 plus 8 is 9. 6 over 18 can be reduced to 1 over 3. And 9 over 27 can be reduced to 1 over 3. So both of negative 6 and 5 satisfies the equation. So therefore the solution set contains negative 6 and 5.